Charmaine Brown, and I am blessed to be here with you in studio, Impact Gospel Radio. This is Mental Health, a holistic impact. This is where I talk about, as a licensed certified psychotherapist, I talk about everything and anything that can affect our mental health, whether negatively or positively. I would rather us be on the positive side, because when we are positively motivated mentally, we help ourselves and we help others, and we really get the ball rolling. When we are negatively impacted mentally, we can go into depression, we can have anxiety, we can have psychosocial and psychological problem, and that is where it's hard for us to come out of it without extra help. And so that's where I come in. Let me say that this is a site where we don't tolerate bullying. We don't tolerate people making derogatory comment when other people say something to make other people feel bad. If you do, you will get blocked unless you can explain yourself why you say the thing. And even if you explain yourself why you can say the thing and people still feel bad about themselves, we block you. Because to dig into people in a negative way for them to feel bad about themselves is not good. And some people don't have the capacity to resist. They don't have resiliency. They are building their resilience. They're being resilient by building themselves up to that point where they can take people making bad comment about them. And so this is a safe place, and we want to maintain it like that. There are people who privately DM me, and that's okay, because they are shy people and they just can't do the social media system. And so I didn't have my computer. If you see that I don't have my computer, I don't have anything here. I don't want to go into the Raymond family saga this evening. I just want to talk with us. I want to talk with you. Yes, you that is in the camera. I want to talk to you that is in the studio. I want to talk to me. I want to have a conversation with you, with me. I want to have our overall conversation with us. And the conversation is, what could be going on in your life where you decided that you do not want to stay in this world? You decided that it's not worth it for you to be here. It's not worth it for anyone to see you. You don't feel belong. You don't feel accepted. You are nothing. You are nobody. You are worthless. And so this world don't belong to you. And so this is the bad news that I'm going to tell you. The bad news is you belong here. The good news is you belong here. Whether or not you want to believe it and live it, it's up to you. But Jeremiah 1 verse 5, people, when I'm quoting the Bible, those fanatic people that are watching me, if you want to take a break, go take it now. Because when I quote the Bible how I understand it. I cannot quote the Bible word for word because I am not a pastor like my dearest husband. I am just somebody who read the Bible for myself and understand these are the things. And so Jeremiah 1 verses 5 said, I know you before you were formed in your mother's womb. So you just didn't just arrive here like that. You just didn't exist out of nowhere. You existed with a purpose. You were formed with a purpose. You were created with a purpose. But if you don't know what that purpose is, then you are in trouble. That's where we come in. You're in trouble to be thinking that you don't belong. You're in trouble to be thinking that this is not where you should be. You're in trouble to think that you don't have a family and your family don't want you. The biggest trouble of all is to think that no one cares for you, especially the Creator. That's the biggest problem we are going to have. I just want that to be synced in. I'm just going to keep quiet for 5 seconds for it to sink in. Okay, let's start again. You belong. You might not belong where you are because there are some problems going on. You might be having conflict in yourself because of whatever going on. You might be saying that you are not beautiful enough. You are not wise enough. You are not skillful enough. Whatever the problem is that is causing that conflict, you need to face it. You need to lay it down, lay it out, take them out of compartment, out of your head, and lay them down. Even if you have to write them down and look at them and see where the problem is and rearrange them and fix the problem and put it back inside you for you to deal with them. Deal with them like the power that you have been given. People, I don't think you understand this world. I hope you do understand. You are loved beyond measure. There is a plan for your life beyond this existence. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 said, I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and to do good for you. You just didn't just exist just like that without just no. You have a purpose. You are here for a reason. Do not let people put you down and say you're this and you're that and you're worth nothing and you're worthless and farm and build boundaries. 4 corner. Make a boundary of your life. Create a boundary. When people are telling you these things that don't sound right, stop them right there and right then. Even if it's your parents. Because your parents are supposed to tell you things that are not right. Anybody that is telling you that you're worthless, stop them right there. I don't care who it is. Because that's not true. But you know the worst thing is when we tell ourselves that we are worthless. That's the worst of all. Because anybody can tell us anything that is not good for us. And we can brush it off. But when we tell ourselves something that is not good for us, that's where the problem is. Because if we think we are not good for ourselves, how can other people treat us in a good way? That's the problem right there. Our thoughts are the problem. Our mental health is the problem. What we conceive in our mind, we either plant good seed or we plant bad seed into ourselves, which I keep repeating. And I keep coming back to the same thing. Why in the world would you want to get rid of yourself? Because, oh, this person don't love me. Oh, that person don't love me. Oh, this world is torturous. Oh, my word, I can't manage. People, the power, I'm going to say this. Some of us not going to believe it, but it is true. The power that Jesus used to raise the dead. There were a lot of dead people before in Jesus' time. And he would go around and raise them from the dead. If people have faith in him to do it, or if he think he should, like Lazarus, which was his friend, and Lazarus died, and he raised Lazarus from the dead. The power that Jesus used to cast out demons, the power that Jesus used to heal, the power that God used to raise Jesus from the dead, that's the same power we have in us. We are powerful people. We are powerful individuals. Each of us have that power. But if we don't know how to use it, or if we use it in a bad way, then we don't benefit from it. If you don't know what you're worth, anybody can treat you what you think you're worth. If you don't know who you are, anybody can tell you who you are. If you don't know what you like, anybody can give you something and you'll say, oh, I like it. Don't be that person. Don't be that person that everybody come and bully. Don't be that person that everybody come and say this and you take it. No. That's not who you are. Go read who you are in the Bible. People will talk about the Bible because I'm a diehard Christian. And you'll always hear me say this. I love God. And so the Bible is how I surround my life. And that's how I live. Those are the principles that I live by. Those are my values. And so I learned who I am from the Bible. And I'm not bashing anybody and I'm not judging anyone. Because when my book comes out in August and you have that book in your hand and you're reading that book, you're going to look at me through those cameras and say, oh my God. Oh, she's here telling me not to want to be in the world, but she didn't want to be in the world. I am telling you to want to be in the world because I didn't want to be in the world and I learned why I should. Oh, I don't think if I can do this with Softy barking like that. But we are going to continue. Because you all know that I have a dog named Softy. And she's alone up there. And I put her there because she's playing and making a lot of noise in the background. But no, each time she sees a dog pass, she will bark. Because she's excited. So you know I have a dog named Softy. What I'm saying to you is, you need to look at you from a different angle. You need to view who you are from a different perspective. You need to get a different mirror. You need to take the one out of the bathroom that is showing you all these things. Or the one in the living room that is showing you all these things. Or the one in the bedroom that is showing you the bad things. And throw them out and go buy a new mirror for you to see goodness in you. We are going to take a break, and when we come back, we continue looking at who we are. Let's take a break.
We will be right back after these messages.
Mental Health Horizon is a mental health counseling and recovery service facilitating a social media show entitled Mental Health, A Holistic Impact, airing every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on YouTube, Rumble, Tumblr, and heard on Impact Gospel Radio. Our mental health counseling and recovery services are for individuals, groups, families, marriages, mental health rehabilitation from various life events, employment therapy, and mental health workshops. Charmaine Brown, a licensed registered psychotherapist full of love and compassion for people and loved by her family and friends for her straightforward approach. Visit us at www.mentalhealthhorizon.com or contact us by email at info@mentalhealthhorizon.com or call us at 431-721-2172.
Impact Gospel Radio, live from Brooklyn, New York. Listen for music, prayer, talk radio, law, health, education. Impact Gospel Radio. Shows like Mental Health, A Holistic Impact, Impactful Women, Prayer, Praise, and Prophetic Conference. Impact Gospel Radio. Listen today. Listen to Island Christian Music with Jason Royalty. Like, share, and subscribe on YouTube at Jason Royalty. From me young until me get older, being covered by the hands of Jehovah. We have met some friends along our journey. Lyndhurst Jerk and Gyro, 307 Ridge Road in Lyndhurst, New Jersey has some great food.
Charming Lawn Care in Catonsville, Maryland. That's the Baltimore area. A team of energetic and friendly young people ready to help with your lawn care needs. And a book by Taylor McIntyre entitled When Head and Heart Collide. Simplify, resting in your faith with your host, Pastor Michael Clark, every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on YouTube, Tumblr, and Rumble. Simplify your faith, your walk, your viewpoint. Join me each week as we discuss Jesus, His work, and the resurrection power of His sacrifice that is alive in you. It's raw, but it's family friendly with your hosts Charmaine and Michael talking about faith, politics, world events, controversies, anything and everything that comes from our heart, our opinion, and into the atmosphere. It's raw every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on YouTube, Tumblr, and Rumble. And now back to Mental Health, a Holistic Impact.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Charmaine Brown, and I'm blessed to be here with you. This is Impact Gospel Radio, and the program I do is Mental Health, a Holistic Impact. And I talk with you about our mental health. We are on www.mentalhealthhorizon.com. You can send us information, content, whatever you want to talk about, comment to info@mentalhealthhorizon.com. You can also go on Impact Gospel Radio website and also see the resources that they have to offer. And we have lots of resources. We have a lot of things going on in the community. We have the blessing pack. We have the self-care blessing packs that we give out. It has a lot of things in there for people who are having a hard time. We also have It's Raw. It's a really funny thing where Michael and I do that show. We also have Simplify. It's a pastoral environment where Pastor Michael talk about how to simplify our walk with God. There's a lot of things going on, and in and around us, there are things that we see and know, and we know that they are good, and there are things that we see and know, and we know that they are bad. And so we are going to continue with our show here. I was saying to you that in Jeremiah 1 verse 5, you can see that you were thought of before you were created. You were important before you were you have a purpose before you were set in your mother's womb. You are purposeful, and people will not see it because there are jealous people around us. People can be jealous all the time. People can say things to us that don't matter and it doesn't make sense. They just feel hate in themselves and feel like to pass around the hate. Or they feel love in themselves and feel like to pass around the love. You can accept the hate or you can accept the love, whichever way it is. But there are going to be people and situations in our lives that will throw us off balance. And this is where our mental health comes in. Because when we have adequate mental health, our holistic being is in balance. And that is why I am saying to you, you need to pick up yourself and know your esteem, build your esteem, build your self-confidence, build your values, build who you are. You should know that you are a powerful human being walking this face of the earth, and you can do all things that you want to do, because that's a covenant between the Creator and you. The Creator made a covenant that says you can do all things through, I said Christ, you might say Allah, you might say Jehovah, whoever you might say. I say God. I can do all things. And so when people come around you and bashing you and putting you down, your family members, your friends, your spouse, the person who you are dating, your co-workers, all these people around you that helps to form society around you, come and tell you things that is not about you, because you know yourself that much that you know that whatever they're saying have nothing to do with you. I want you to let this soak in for a while. Whatever people say about you have nothing to do with you. Only except, there's an exception. What people say about you have nothing to do with you, except we take it as our truth. So if somebody come and say you are a liar, you have never lied before, but you take it as your truth. How can you be a truthful person and somebody say you're a liar and you take that? Why would you take that? Do you feel so bad about yourself that you take what people say about you and form your life around it? That don't make sense to me. And it shouldn't make sense to you. You are important. You are vital. You will be missed if something happened to you. You have no idea what people's thoughts are about you. And you don't even know how you have impacted somebody's life. The person around you might not be the one that you have impacted their life. It might be somebody who you have never even thought would have a good thought about you, that you have impacted their life. And so here you are thinking, who am I? Why am I here? What the reason why I'm here? And yes, you're going to say, why is Charmaine telling me this when I'm reading her book and all of this is in it and she was doing the opposite? Yes. And because I was doing the opposite, I can come here and proudly tell you that you are a powerful person and you have good in you, and you should emanate that good around you and within you and stop making people tell you otherwise. We want to see people, and we want people to build up themselves. We want to see people striving. We want to see people moving forward. We want to see a chain reaction of goodness, of love, of consideration, of acceptance. We want you to accept who you are. And if it's a bad thing, if you have a bad character and you cannot accept it, for instance, if you're a thief and you cannot accept you stealing, then change that character. There are many ways for you to change that character. Get the help you need. Call a counselor. Call a psychotherapist. Go to the doctor. Go to the psychologist. Psychiatrist. Go to someone who can help you. You need to know how important you are. And you don't need somebody to tell you how important you are. It's all written there. I'm sure people who use the Quran, and I'm not bashing any book now, something about love is in the Quran. I'm sure people who read the Bible, something about love is in the Bible. And the other books that are out there, I'm not talking the one that have nothing to build your life now. I'm talking books that it was there from the beginning of time to build your life. It have love for you and the Creator who made you. You are important. And we want you here. We don't care whoever wants to plant seed in our mind. Because people can want to plant seed in our mind, but if we do not plant the seed ourselves in our mind, then that's where the trouble is. And as I said before, if you have a mirror where you look into every morning and said, I'm ugly, and you look into that mirror and said, oh, I'm too thin, oh, I'm too fat, or you look into that mirror, take the mirror away. Maybe you don't need any mirror. Maybe it's the mirror fooling you. Maybe you just need a bare wall, because then you won't see your reflection in the wall. And it might give you a different concept in your head, a different perspective. Find different ways, rewrite your narrative, rewrite your story. Don't let people write your story for you. Don't let people tell you something that you need, that you take and put it in your story. Leave it to them. That's their story. Don't let those bullies tell you things because they were bullied. And so they are looking somebody to bully so they can feel equal. Don't be equal with bullies. And don't bully anyone because you want to feel bigger than the person who you think you can bully. When you bully people, it shows on your character, people. It shows that you are lacking something. You lack. Go research, people. Go do your research. People who lack something in them are people who try to make the other person or somebody else feel lower than who they really are. You come home and you're doing your best and somebody start calling you names. And you sit there and listen to this crap. People start calling you all kind of degrading names and you take it as if it is your story. Don't take on anybody's story into your life. Build your own story. Story is not yours. It's not yours. Leave them with their story and their wording. Leave them. And if you have to throw them out, throw them out. You know, I don't believe in throwing anybody out, but if they have to go. You know what I do, people? I take my phone. And look there. There's a mirror. I'm so beautiful. Look, I'm so beautiful. This is my mirror. I take my phone. And if I have somebody who is toxic in my life and is stored in my phone, I look up that person and I call the person and said, I'm going to block you because of this and that. And I have a conversation with them and I said, you're a toxic person. You caused this in my life and that in my life. But I'm not blaming you. It's my fault. But I'm building a boundary now. And I'm going to block you because I don't believe that you should be in my life. Okay? Have a great day. And I hang up the call and I go through and I block that person. I'm telling you the truth, people. Whoever I'm going to block, I tell them that I'm blocking them. And I tell them why. Before, I never used to tell them. I was shy. And I didn't want them to feel bad, so I just blocked them quietly. I stopped doing that crap. Because you know what? When I blocked them quietly, they called me and said, Charmaine, they use a different phone. And called me and said, Charmaine, I was trying to call you with my phone, but it's not going through. Are you okay? Oh, I forget to tell you that I block you. And here you are having this conversation with this person that you forget to tell. Because you have blocked the person for a while. You forget to tell the person. Oh, I forget to tell you that I block you. Why did you block me? Well, I can't even remember, but I block you. No, I stopped doing that. I tell them that I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you for this amount of time. If you don't change your ways, then I'm not going to unblock you. I'm backing you for this period of time because of what you did. I am giving you this amount of time. And if you don't change, you're not going to be unblocked. And if I used to go to the mall where that person goes, I don't go to that mall anymore. I find a different mall to go to. And if I used to go to somewhere where I'm going to book that person and it's going to be uncomfortable, I stop going to that place. Anyways, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're still going to chit-chat. Because I like talking to you like this for you to know that you're important. Let's take a break.
We will be right back after these messages. Mental Health Horizon is a mental health counseling and recovery service facilitating a social media show entitled Mental Health, a Holistic Impact, airing every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on YouTube, Rumble, Tumblr, and heard on Impact Gospel Radio. Our mental health counseling and recovery services are for individuals, groups, families, marriages, mental health rehabilitation from various life events, employment therapy, and mental health workshops. Charmaine Brown, a licensed registered psychotherapist full of love and compassion for people and loved by her family and friends for her straightforward approach. Visit us at www.mentalhealthhorizon.com or contact us by email at info@mentalhealthhorizon.com or call us at 431-721-2172. Impact Solutions Jamaican Passport Specialist Dr. Clifton Ruddy. For first-time applications, certifications for tax ID, expired, lost, or stolen passports, Jamaican citizenship and passport name changes. For all your Jamaican passport needs, ImpactSolutions101.com, ImpactSolutions101@gmail.com, or call 347-817-0040. Listen to Island Christian Music with Jason Royalty. Like, share, and subscribe on YouTube at Jason Royalty. From me young until me get older, been covered by the hands of Jehovah. No weapon. We have met some friends along our journey. Lyndhurst Jerk and Gyro, 307 Ridge Road in Lyndhurst, New Jersey has some great food. Charming Lawn Care in Catonsville, Maryland. That's the Baltimore area. A team of energetic and friendly young people ready to help with your lawn care needs. And a book by Taylor McIntyre entitled When Head and Heart Collide. Simplify. Resting in Your Faith with your host, Pastor Michael Clark. Every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on YouTube, Tumblr, and Rumble. Simplify your faith, your walk, your viewpoint. Join me each week as we discuss Jesus, His work, and the resurrection power of His sacrifice that is alive in you. It's raw, but it's family friendly with your hosts Charmaine and Michael talking about faith, politics, world events, controversy, anything and everything that comes from our hearts, our opinion, and into the atmosphere. It's raw every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on YouTube, Tumblr, and Rumble. And now back to Mental Health, a Holistic Impact.
Welcome, lovely people. I'm Charmaine, and I'm blessed to be here with you this evening. Impact Gospel Radio. This is Mental Health, a Holistic Impact. I'm a licensed registered psychotherapist, and I do a great job. Yeah, I must say I do a great job in my businesses, in my company. I am blessed, and I want to think that when I do my review, and my reviews shows that I'm doing a good job, and I tell people when they come seeking help from me, I tell them what I do, and I tell them how I do my job, and I tell them that like people will want you to lie. I tell them I don't lie. And I'm not going to pretend. I'm a straight shooter, and that's how I perform. Because I hate when people be hypocritical with me, pretending things are okay and it's not okay. I don't do that. And so, I guess some people like that. People who don't like that, I send them somewhere else. I do referrals to people. I send them somewhere else where people lie to them because they want lies. So I send them somewhere else where people pretend that everything is going on when it's not. And some people spend a lot of money trying to have therapy done because they don't want to hear the truth. People, you are big people. Build a backbone. Build your backbone where you can withstand the troublesome time. Where when trouble comes, you're strong and you can wave it out as they normally say. You can struggle and come back on your feet and put your best foot forward. Don't listen to crap that people have to say. You don't have to do that. And you shouldn't do that. And you shouldn't want to hear lie about your life. If you have good people around you, you should want to hear what they have to say about you. If they're not doing it in jealousy, because some people do things because they're jealous and try to sabotage you and sabotage your kindness and your love and your consideration by coming with crap, with your toxicity. Don't listen to that crap. But if you're seeking help from a counselor or a psychotherapist or whoever you're seeking help from, tell them to tell you the truth and how you can work on yourself. Don't let them hide what's going on. Just say, be upfront with me and let me know how I can fix this problem and how long it will take. And how long it takes for you to fix a problem, it's up to you. I do not let people sit into my counseling session for months and months and months when they can fix their own problem. I don't do that crap. No, I don't do it. People, as I tell you before, I'm a child of God, and I practice from that principle. People, money is good, but not so much. Not so much. I don't surround my life like that. Of course, I'm not broke, and nobody should be. I'm not broke, and nobody should be broke. Reason why? We have covenant with God. People, there are so many covenants that is covenanted with us. From Jeremiah 1 verses 5, from you were thought of before you were formed in the womb. You have so many other covenants. You have Jeremiah 29 verses 11. That's a covenant that was made with you. You have Philippians, I can't remember where in Philippians, where the covenant of all things are possible. You have that covenant as well. You have a covenant of prosperity. You have a covenant of healing. You have a covenant of raising from the dead. You have lots of covenant. You're not supposed to be in a situation where you're desperate, unless you put yourself in that situation of desperation. You're not supposed to be in a situation of desperation. You have a lot of covenants. Go read them. Take your time and read. Read about the covenant that were made with your foreparents. If there are covenants that are not good, get rid of them out of your life. If you have people around you that are not treating you well, get them out of your life. You don't have to have these people around you. And if you are not treating people right, you need to fix that. Because sometimes people are not the problem, sometimes you are. As I always say, if you have 3 persons, I say this all the time. If you have 3 persons that have never met each other before, they have never met each other before, but they come to you. They met you, and they see something about you and tell you about it, 3 different people come to you and tell you the same thing, the possibility is it's true. For instance, I'll give you an example. 3 different people that have never met each other come to you and said you're a very kind person. The possibility is that you're kind. That's what I'm saying. Don't get it too difficult in your head now. Don't get this mixed up now. If you have 3 people that have never met each other come to you and said you're a very rude person, the possibility is that you are rude. And those are not good. That's not a good trait. So let us live up. And let us get these thoughts out of our head that put us down. Let's find back that hope. We must have hope. We can never born. As a child, we were born with hope. Somewhere along the line, we lose our hope because of something that happens. Let's go back to find that story and rewrite that story the way we can write it for us to feel good about ourselves, for us to have a positive story about our life. Even if the story was negative, rewrite that story for it to become positive. Okay? So visit us on www.mentalhealthhorizon.com. Send us anything you want to talk about at info@mentalhealthhorizon.com. There is Impact Gospel Radio, lots of resources. Whatever you want is there. If you want a doctor, it's there. A nurse, it's there. A lawyer, it's there. Dr. Clifton Rotti put things into place to help people in the society. But guess what? We are not coming to you to give you anything. If you need help, as I always say, go look the help you need. Go find the help you need. Go search for it. You must know that you're important enough to get the help you need because you go for it. We're not going to take any help to you. And that's why I stopped doing research and take research here. Because when you go do the research before people and take it to them, they get lazy. They don't want to do anything about themselves. And I've seen a lot of lazy people around who really want something and decided to ask somebody to get it for them. No, I don't do that over here. And if that's something that you want and come here for it, you're not going to get it. You have to make an effort to take care of yourself. You have to make an effort to know that to love yourself and to treat yourself the way you should. You should make an effort to let people know that I am more than what you think I am. And don't get it wrong. You have to know when to fight your battles. Because not every battle needs to be fought. You don't have to fight every battle. Some of them is non-significant. The battle that you should fight is when these bad thoughts are coming into your mind. You fight that battle. It don't belong there. Or when people are trying to put something on you that shouldn't be on you. By calling you worthless. No, that shouldn't be on you. You fight that battle. Or you leave it. You walk with your head high. And so I'm happy that you join us this evening. It's Monday, 6:30 Central Daytime, 7:30 Eastern Daytime. And we will be here again. We are going to leave you. Thank you for joining us. And bye.
Impact Gospel Radio and Mental Health Horizon. All information posted or aired is merely for educational purposes and is not a substitute for seeking further professional advice. While the information aired has been verified to the best of our abilities, we cannot guarantee there are no mistakes or errors. We reserve the right to change this policy at any time. If you want to stay up to date with the latest mental health information, please visit our website at www.mentalhealthhorizon.com, book an appointment at info@mentalhealthhorizon.com, or tune into the broadcast every Monday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time.